Scores of Palestinians were killed in central Gaza after Israel stepped up its strikes on the war-torn enclave. Another convoy of 17 aid trucks arrived as the Hamas-run territory faces catastrophic shortages. There were fresh exchanges of fire over Israel's northern border with Lebanon as fears grew that Hezbollah, a close ally of Hamas and Iran, could enter the conflict. With the violence raging unchecked, Iran said the region could spiral out of control. Apart from funding Hamas, Israel's arch foe backs Hezbollah in Lebanon, and Washington has warned any actors looking to inflame the conflict that it would not hesitate to act in the event of any escalation. The Israeli Prime Minister, meanwhile, issued a stark warning to Lebanon's Hezbollah, saying that getting involved would be the mistake of its life.
מה שאתם עושים פה ומה ששמעתי עכשיו מהמפקדים שלכם זה דבר חשוב מאין כמוהו. אתם הורגים אנשי חיזבאללה שמנסים לתקוף את קו החזית שלנו. אני לא יודע עכשיו, כשאני נמצא איתכם, אני לא יכול להגיד לכם כרגע אם חיזבאללה יחליט להיכנס בצורה מלאה למלחמה. אם חיזבאללה יחליט להיכנס למלחמה, הוא יתגעגע למלחמת לבנון השנייה. הוא יעשה את טעות חייו. ואנחנו נכה בו בעוצמה שהוא לא יכול אפילו לדמיין. והמשמעות לו ולמדינת לבנון היא הרסנית. אבל אנחנו ערוכים לכל תרחיש.
Officials said the central town of Deir al-Balah had been particularly badly hit overnight Saturday to Sunday. A statement from the Hamas group said more than 60 were killed in the Israeli raids during the night, including 17 who were killed in a single strike that hit a house in Jabalia. The UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees said that 29 of its staff had been killed since the start of the war, saying half of them were teachers. The scale of the bombing has left basic systems unable to function. The UN has stated dozens of unidentified bodies had been buried in a mass grave in Gaza City because cold storage had run out. The United Nations says Gaza needs 100 trucks per day to meet the needs of 2.4 million residents. Before the current hostilities erupted, the daily average used to be about 500 trucks a day. And so far, there have been no deliveries of fuel. On Sunday, the chief of the UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees warned supplies would run out in 3 days. Philippe Lazzarini said, and I'm quoting, "Without fuel, there will be no water, no functioning hospitals, and aid will not reach many civilians in desperate need." The Hamas group has said 165,000 housing units, half of those in the entire Gaza Strip, had been destroyed in the raids. The EU Foreign Policy Chief Joseph Borrell urged faster aid deliveries to Gaza and said that the bloc was debating calling for a humanitarian pause in Israel's conflict with Hamas. Meanwhile, an Israeli soldier was killed near the Gaza border by an anti-tank missile fired by militants inside the enclave. The Israeli Defense Minister warned that the war with Hamas could take months. Speaking to Sky News, the president said the Israeli Defense Forces found Hamas files with instructions for making chemical weapons. And analysts say that it is not clear whether Hamas had any serious or operational plan for using makeshift chemical weapons or whether the group had attempted to produce them. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.